CCi Managers is brand new to a certain degree. I mean, it literally started as a solo student project about 3 years ago. We asked one student, or that student asked us if they could manage the channel, and we thought that a good idea. From that, we learned that there was a lot of issues with what we'd asked that student to do in terms of workload and whatnot. We realised out of necessity that it had to be done by a large number of people. There's no way one person can do it.
I took on the role for a challenge. Scheduling interests me, but I don't know it's wholeheartedly what I want to come out of uni and do. But the management side of things certainly is something that interested me. You know, having a team and making sure that they're doing what they're supposed to be certainly appealed to me. It's taken a while. Like, you know, I've only been doing it for a couple of months, but you know, I'm already feeling like I'm more ready to come out of university and I'm ready to get a job.
Personally, for me, I went for the role because radio is what I want to get into, and it just seemed to fit really well with, you know, the entire television broadcasting course that we're on. And it's just, I don't know, it just really interests me. Radio's always been a passion of mine since I've been about 8 years old, and it's something I've always wanted to get into. I don't know where I fit into it just yet in proper terms of actually getting a career out of it, but setting up a new radio station for CCi, it was just something that I wanted to do as opposed to running the actual television side.
I took it on because I was asked last year, and it was sort of an idea for my dissertation, which is obviously what I'm doing it for, my final year project, but also to put on my CV that I have actually managed a team of presenters and, you know, have been a talent manager for a TV channel. Even though it's a university TV channel, it's very professionally done, and I'm really quite proud of what everybody does in all the different managerial roles, because we do run it like a professional team and make sure that we are doing things right.
Students will struggle to find a final year project, and we sympathise and we work with them, you know, as much as we can. The CCi management roles, I hope students would see them as being, oh well, I can't think of an idea myself, I'll do that instead. You have to be as fired up and passionate as you would about your own idea.
I had a few ideas in mind of what I wanted to do as a final year project, but the ones I wanted to do perhaps wouldn't have made me so readily prepared for a job on leaving university. With this kind of role, I'm using the skills, I'm putting them into action, and I'm showing how I've done that, why I've done it, and that kind of thing for a final year project. Had I just gone away and done a research project, you know, it's just research. Anybody can do research. The fact that I've got something to show for it, the fact that all our managers have got something to show for what they've done is a real boost. It gives you a little something extra when you go to an employer and you say, look, this is what I've done, and I've actually got something to show for it.
So it's not an easy option, it's most probably a harder option.
If you did take on one of these roles, it is quite demanding in terms of your normal schedule, and then you'll have your other role with the CCi. So I'd only recommend taking it on if you're good at time management and, you know, just making use of the time you got, because it is very demanding.
We've got a massive task on our hands. You don't find any sort of newly launched radio stations being launched with 2 people. Usually it's kind of a big, massive group of people. It also seems like a lot of work, which might put a lot of people off, as well as a lot of responsibility, but it is, but it's all worth it.
For a second year wanting to take on a CCi management role in the third year, I would say that it's not a given. There is an interview process. We do find that you'd have to have something to offer, that you would have to have a passion to do the job. However, proven that, it will most probably give you quite a rewarding, fulfilling role aside from just being an undergraduate on a course.
It is pressured and it can be stressful at times, but it is the most fun that you will have, and you will really feel like you are doing something worthwhile.
As soon as Charlie or whoever releases the job roles, have a read through them. He releases like a little brief, so there's a paragraph about each one. Have a read through it and choose the one you want and get prepared for that interview, because it's so worth it.
I'm leaving university with this. This is setting me up for the rest of my life, and that's just something that's invaluable, really.